Hello guys, it's Julian. Saying this video, I have this little HP laptop, which actually looks pretty nice. You're probably thinking this probably comes with Windows 7, but actually, I looked at the sticker on the back of this computer, and it says it has Windows XP Home Edition. So just gonna not show the product key, but you can see it's got a Windows XP Home Edition key, which I find very interesting because this computer looks very modern. It looks like it would be like either Windows Vista starter or Windows 7 starter, because I've seen a computer like this a while ago and it looked very similar to this one, and it ran Windows 7 starter. So this is a computer I'm working on for someone. They want to put Windows 7 on here. So I guess this probably runs XP. I'm not entirely sure. I've not even started this computer up yet, but it's got power. So this is the switch. I know, very unusual place for the power button. I'm not sure if it actually runs XP or not. I've not seen this. Probably does, or not. Oh, resuming Windows? What's this? Is this XP? This doesn't look like XP. Oh, it is Windows 7. That's interesting. Well, this is Windows 7 Home, and they said they wanted Ultimate. This is just where it was? I don't know. The hard drive looks like it's 160 gigabyte, which is how much mine was. And I see it says it's not genuine. I'm not sure what that is. 'Cause I don't have anything plugged into it but the power. Okay, well, this is interesting. Let's go here. See the specs. Oh, I didn't ask for that. Windows 7 Home Premium, 1 gig of RAM, 32-bit, Intel Atom CPU, 1.60 gigahertz. And I know this is non-genuine. I'm pretty sure that's a, what's it called? Generic key, probably. I don't think a product key was ever entered into this. But I guess they did upgrade it from XP. But they want to have Ultimate, and probably one that doesn't say it's not genuine. But, I mean, this looks like pretty much very close to a fresh install. There's a way to see the installation date, like when Windows was first installed. So I'll have to see that. I'll be right back to look that up. Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. How old is this Windows install? And it gives us nothing. Okay, maybe I need to run this in an admin command prompt. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this does. It won't give us the installation date. That is funny. Hold on. Where's system information? That should give it to us. Not entirely sure if it will. Well, it's not. I don't think. Software. Now there's a lot of stuff. It can't seem to tell us when this was installed, which is weird. I'm gonna figure this out. So I've opened up the event viewer to see if we can find anything in here. It's got like 3,000 events. I don't think we're gonna really find too much. This install doesn't look that old. It looks not. Oh, 2011? Okay, this is older. 2009. I don't think that's right though. Yeah, looks like 2011 on the 23rd. That's what it looks like to me. So this Windows install is actually, it's actually in the 2002. That must have had the date wrong. I see. Is it updating? Probably not. I'm not sure if this thing's ever done Windows updates, and my guess is no. Probably has never been updated. Actually, 2011, but some of them failed. Yeah, it looks like these have been updated. 2002, that must have been when I had the wrong date. It looks like this thing was last used in like 2011. Well, let's see, maybe auto updates was turned off. Nope, it's on automatic updates. I just don't think this thing's been used. Well, I need to get the files off of here, and after I do that, I'll come back and we'll reinstall Windows. Okay guys, so I backed up some files, and look, your Activate Windows Now activation period has expired. So it looks like, yeah, they just didn't activate it after installing this in 2011, but we got our Windows 7 disk, so let's reboot the system. I'm not sure how to boot off this. F12 probably. HP's though might be F9. I'm not really sure on this particular model. Let's see. Shutting down. I'm gonna try that. Oh, F9. It is F9. Ah, I missed it. Okay, I'm just going to... It was F9. Okay. It says change boot order. I was thinking about it. Old HP logo-ish. Aha. And there's this loading files. And it's gonna load. Alright. Next, install now. Alright, so we're gonna do 32-bit. Custom. Delete. And we'll create our system reserved and then our normal partition. And now we're installing Windows. You can't even see the background. That's really funny because usually you can. I guess because the screen is so big, which is actually really easy to read. So I'll come back after this install. Alright guys, so it wants to reboot, so let's reboot. It took like, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe? Wasn't really keeping track, but let's see what it does. Setup is updating registry settings. Setup is starting services. Guessing it's gonna go back into the Windows installation setup again. And we're back here. So this is gonna take probably a little time, so I'll come back. Just to show you guys, the screen actually got a little smaller, so it's still completing the installation. I think it's starting to like get the drivers and such. I'll come back when it's about to reboot in a second. Well, it just said it would continue after rebooting, so now it's rebooting. So I'm guessing it's just gonna do a bunch of like stuff. Looks like it's taken a little bit. Sapper is preparing your computer for first use. Setup is checking video performance. Not sure how long this is gonna take, but it's a nice little computer. Oh, and we're here. Type. Username, I'll just put HP. That works. I don't need a password. I'm gonna set up updates later because I might have to install a couple patches, but I'll definitely put on automatic updates. So yeah, I'm gonna do the time zone off the camera here. Okay, I'm gonna do Wi-Fi later because I don't like to set it up right away. Windows is finalizing your settings. I'm pretty sure it said the date was 2002, so I think it's way off. I guess this computer can't keep a time and date. I'm guessing the battery, the CMOS, is shot. Probably needs a new one. But it'll automatically fix the time if it's on the internet, so. I wonder what time it said before. I can look back in the video and see what it said it was, because I don't think I paid attention. If it said 2002, then that's funny. Probably did. Because I saw in the event viewer it had 2002 in there. Now it's welcoming us in, and now it's preparing your desktop. So we're going to be getting the desktop soon. We'll have to see what drivers it has and which ones it doesn't, but I think Windows Update can get them. Oh, we even have Windows Aero. That's cool. Looks like it got most of the drivers. It got the sound. Sounds pretty good, actually. So I'm trying to think of what to do first. I can move the recycle bin over. Oh, I can't do it one-handed. Well, kind of. I like to always put it in the corner. That's what I also like to do, is just go to personalization here and go to change desktop icons, and I like to add the computer and the control panel. It looks really nice now. So, looks like a very nice install here. And we can now connect it to our Wi-Fi. But before that, wait a sec, it does say 2002. Look at that. That's funny. It'll auto update once I connect it to the Wi-Fi, so stand by. Okay, so we're connecting. See when this updates the time. Well, not yet. I might have to manually do it. I'll just tell it, well, it is a home network, so I can tell it that. Still hasn't updated this, so. Give me 1 second. As far as this. Don't like home groups. Okay, I'm just gonna. Let's just minimize this here. Internet time. Change settings. This should fix it. There we go. Now the time and date is correct. So I can just hit this. Oh, view messages in Action Center. It's saying to write down a password, but I'm not going to show it because I don't know what it exactly does. So I kind of want to run some updates, but let's just look at the power settings because there's ways to make your computer faster in here, which I like to use high performance, and I change the settings. As far as this, turn off the display in maybe 15 minutes. Put the computer to sleep in like 25. Turn off the display in like 45 minutes, and then put it to sleep for like an hour. Okay. I'm not sure if this computer will have it, because not all have it. I like to go to process power management. Yeah, it has it. The minimums, make them all 100. And the maximums all 100. They are pretty much in high performance, but one of them. So then now that makes the processor go a little bit faster. I want to run some Windows updates. I'm not going to turn on auto yet, just in case I need to get those other updates. I'm going to say check for updates, but let me choose in the download and install. Or whatever. And I always give the recommended updates because you pretty much want all the updates you can get. I'm also going to leave an icon on the desktop because I'm going to be probably accessing Windows Update fairly frequently. And I like this. To check for updates, you must first install an update for Windows Update. So it's like an update for updates. Oh yeah, I can probably unplug this. USB little CD drive. I used it to install Windows. So it's downloading and installing updates. After I get it all up and running, I can drop the files back on it. I'll just come back when this is done. Okay guys, we're back with 11 important updates. So we're just going to install them. Let's see what the optionals are. Let's install the updates for the drivers. Why would security updates be optional? I don't even understand. So I'm just gonna update all of those. Let's see what this update says. I don't understand why a security update would be under optional. That makes no sense. I just don't understand. Like, really, Microsoft? You call security updates optional? I don't think this will necessarily load. See, look, it says important. So why is it under optional again? Let's just do ask me later. Let's see, I'm gonna X out this Microsoft thing. Okay, let's see, that says important, but I see optional. I think I took a picture of it. I'm not sure if it took, but let's see. For 2010, whoa, this is a big list. Well, let's just install these 14 updates. Well, and the other important along with it. adds up to like 24 updates. 24 or 25, I'm not sure. No, 25 updates. Oh. Anyways, I'll come back when these are done. Alright guys, so it wants to reboot from those 25 updates. We're probably going to end up getting lots of batches of updates. It should be configuring updates. Oh, we even got the stage 1 of 3 configuring Windows updates. 30% complete, do not turn off your computer. I'll just come back when it boots back up just to save some time. This is interesting. This popped up at boot up. Sorry to interrupt, but this is important. Your PC is running an outdated version of Windows 7. You no longer receiving Windows Update security fixes that can help protect your PC from harmful viruses, spyware, and other malicious software. Microsoft recommends upgrade to Windows 10 for the latest security features and protection against malware. And there's a button that says learn about Windows 10, remind me later, update to Windows 7 SP1, and don't ask again. So this is just because it's not running on Service Pack 1, but we're going to update it. And the owner of this computer does not want Windows 10, so I'm not going to load that. So let's do this. Windows Update. Waiting for it to load. We have one important update, which is actually .NET Framework. Well, that's interesting. I thought it was going to be the Service Pack. Well, I guess I was wrong. So let's just let this update and I'll come back. Well guys, it wants to reboot, so I'm going to reboot it. Looks like we're gonna have a lot of updates to probably do tonight. It's gonna probably have like 200 updates. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to fix the glitchy broken update system or not, but if I have to, I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So I'll come back. So we're booted back up again, so hopefully we'll get that Service Pack update now, which I don't think it will take too long on Windows Update. And believe it or not, the standalone installer actually takes longer. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to check for it. It should have one important update, and it should be that update. And usually after installing that update is when the update system will be broken, or if you install a fresh copy of Windows 7 that already had Service Pack 1, it won't update. But there is a fix for that. I'm not sure if Microsoft fixed it or not. I know they fixed the Windows 8 glitchy updates, or I should say for 8.1. I heard they fixed it. So we'll see if it's fixed for Windows 7 or not. Hopefully Microsoft actually fixed this glitch. But we'll find that out after installing the Service Pack. So I'll just come back when this actually finds it. Oh, would you look at that? We got 10 updates. Hopefully it's in here. Yep, it's right there. It could be up to 44 megabytes to 533.1 megabytes. Interesting. Some .NET updates, and we got our Service Pack. Windows 7 Service Pack 1 is a recommended collection of updates and improvements to Windows that are combined in a single installable update. The Service Pack can help make your computer safer and more reliable. A typical installation will take about 30 minutes to complete, and you'll have to restart your computer about halfway through the process. Now, I know that date published is not right, as it was February 22nd, 2011, but they probably did some improvements and stuff to it. So, yeah, they probably, put some updates. So let's just install. Not sure how long this will take, but I'm gonna let this download, let this install. 10 updates, 184.5 megabytes total. So hopefully it shouldn't take that long. Okay guys, so it wants to reboot. It took like probably an hour or two. But I don't know when it finished. Probably, I don't know. Because I last checked it like 15 minutes ago. It took awfully long time because the download took about a half hour just to download all of those updates. Oh, that's nice. 2 Windows updates. Let's see. This will probably be the last update I'll do for tonight. I'll do more tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed soon. I'm getting tired, actually. Yeah, the reason why I've had delays in videos this weekend is I got sick. So, yeah, that's fun. Not, figuring service pack, 1% complete. Do not shop for your computer. Looks like that's gonna take a while. I'll end up just coming back when it finishes, just because I am just so tired right now. And after it finishes, I'll probably end up shutting the computer off. I'm not sure when I'll have this video up because I'm not sure how long it's going to take to do all this. But also, if you guys have any other video suggestions of other videos I should have up that you want to see, let me know in the description, as I want to start making some, like, maybe tutorial videos as well, because I used to do those all the time and I kind of stopped, so I want to make more of those. This will probably end up being a computer adventure video. You guys have been wanting those. I know some of you guys have told me you've actually missed those videos. And I miss making them. It's just, I lately have not really been getting very many computers to fix from people, which I don't know why. I've just not been getting very many. But the other ones I did make on my computers, but I told you I had to get rid of a lot of my computers when I moved a really long time ago. So it was kind of a lot. Well, I guess I'll just come back when this update is done and let you know about how long it took. Because service packs, oh, they take a while to install. They're not fast. So I'll just come back in a little bit. Well guys, I'm not sure when it finished, but it says it installed updates. And the service pack was successful. I'm going to start updating this tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed, but hopefully the glitchy broken update system isn't there, but I guess I'll find out if it is tomorrow, and if it is, I'll fix it for you guys on camera again. So I'll be back, guys. Okay guys, I'm back the next day. We got some optional updates when I opened Windows Update, but look at that. They're gone. What? Okay, well, check for updates. Here's the moment. We installed SP1 yesterday. And all these other updates were successful. But, is the update system broken? Oh, it wants to install an update for Windows Update. That's actually a good sign. Sounds like maybe they fixed it. Because I'm not sure if it even did that after SP1 or not. So I think that's actually a very good sign that it might be working again. But I'm not for sure. So after this, it'll start checking for updates. Hopefully Microsoft fixed the glitchy broken update system. And if not, I'll show you guys how I fix it, which will be very nice. Well guys, it probably checked for updates for over an hour. It wasn't finding any, and it got to a point where the computer locked up and I had to hold the power button, so it's not even checking, but it still didn't check, as it says the most recent check was yesterday. So I found like a nice easy fix and put on my flash drive here a Windows Update Fixer, which was actually made by Bob Pony. I've never tested it yet, but I'm going to test it, and I'll put a link in the description for you guys, so you guys can fix this if you ever have a Windows 7 or 8 computer that just keeps checking for updates forever. So let's just drag this to the desktop here. And we're gonna see how well it works. It's 41 megabytes. I'm guessing it already has the updates needed to fix it, like in the update itself, or not update, in the program itself, since it's big. So that would be convenient if you want to fix it offline, then you probably can. So let's just run it and see how well this works. Okay, what's it say to do? Oh, you push a number for which, we have Windows 7 SP1 to x86. So I push 2, you've selected Windows 7 SP1, yes. It's stopping the update service, doing some things, it's installing some patches. Windows Update Agent. Yes, I want to install that. That was one of the patches you need. So we're getting this installed. This will basically fix the stuck on checking for updates, and probably faster than installing all the patches from Microsoft and doing it that way. This would probably go quicker. And it's a very nice little handy tool, especially if you have to fix a lot of computers that run Windows 7 or 8 and you have to reinstall Windows. So it says it's copying the files here, and it's installing the Windows Update Agent. It's probably going to install some other updates, I'm actually not sure, but we'll see. They'll probably have to reboot afterwards. And then hopefully it'll let us update. As Microsoft didn't fix their glitchy broken update system. And in Windows 8, I actually don't think they fixed it either. Alright, I've installed it, so let's go to finish. Should I reboot? I'm not sure if I should. I'm gonna hit no for now. Yeah, hit no on that because it's gonna install some other updates too. And then I'll just manually reboot at the end. Yes, I want to install that. I'm pretty sure that was one of the updates in my video. That I had a video of fixing Windows updates, but on that video I manually downloaded them all. This already includes them in the file itself, which is very convenient. This can probably be done offline too, with this file. So it's installing an update. If it wants to reboot, I'm just going to tell it no, because I'm sure the update fixer will actually ask to reboot. I assume it will. Most likely. So, close. Press a key to continue, and I think it's going to reboot now. Or not. Okay, well, I guess we're going to have to reboot at this point. But it closed, so I assume it just had to do 2 updates. In the other video, I installed like 4 updates, but in this video, I guess I'm gonna have to only install 2 updates, which is very convenient because that's a lot less updates. So it's rebooting. Wonder if it's gonna say configuring Windows updates or not. Probably not, because it says shutting down. But who knows? It says shutting down. So my guess is it's shutting down or rebooting. I wonder why Windows 7, when you reboot, still says shutting down. I think in XP too, and in Vista, but in 8 and 10, it knows if you're restarting or shutting down or whatever you're doing. Well, I'll come back when this boots up again. Wait a sec, it's configuring updates. You can see that. It says configuring Windows updates, so that's what I'm saying. A reboot was necessary for those 2 updates. So you gotta reboot. And then after reboot, we'll check for Windows updates, and hopefully it will update. Yay! Okay guys, so we're back. So let's go back to Windows Update, check for updates, and see if it works. It's loading a little slow. That's typical for like a 1 gig of RAM on an Intel Atom. We'll click check for updates, and I'll let you guys know when we're having some updates here. It's been checking for a while, nothing yet, but when I go down here, Windows Update is an icon saying that new updates are available, and it's not showing them. So I think after installing the update agent or whatever, and then doing all that stuff, you gotta reboot again, because the checking for updates is glitching, because it says there's updates on the bottom, yet Windows Update's not showing them, and I think I have to reboot once more and then see if they're there, and if not, check again, because sometimes after checking for updates you gotta reboot again if it's not working still. So I'll come back. So we're logging back in here, and hopefully we can get it to work. Got the nice startup sound. Let's give it a second. It's still loading up everything. Let's try to open it. See if we got some updates showing on here. Oh yes, it worked. We just had to reboot. So if you see that icon that says that new updates are available and it's still checking, reboot and go back to Windows Update and you'll see them show up. 218 updates. Now, here's how I like to do it. I'm going to uncheck them all, and we're going to install, for example, we don't need to install the update for Internet Explorer 8. We can install ActiveX. I recommend not, like, let's do the January monthly for Windows 7. We're going to not do all the .NETs yet. And we're going to do all the Windows 7 security updates. I preferably say doing 75 updates at a time, because 200 is going to overwhelm the computer and it's most likely going to fail. Like, all the updates are going to fail. I don't think I can scroll like that, so maybe the driver is not installed for this. So you're just going to check a bunch of updates. I'm going to install all the security updates before I do all the .NETs, because the .NETs are going to be last. So this may be a little time consuming, but trust me, this will save you even more time, because when all the updates fail and all that stuff, it'll take all day. They'll literally be installing for hours if you don't do it this way. So you have to, like, check every update. Maybe I can scroll like, oh, I can scroll like that. Okay, I just had to do it to the very edge of the mouse. I'm not very familiar with this kind of mouse pad. It's a little different than most. So I would say install all the security updates, then install the .NET updates. Those always take the longest. So I'm just going to start checking them a little faster to save some time here. I'm going to go up to 100 and then install 100, which 100 won't overwhelm it that much. Let's see how much we got up here. And I think we should probably install IE11 along with it. Because, there we go, 101 updates. We're going to do 101. Just don't do 200 at once. If you do 100, that's like the maximum I would do at a time. I would not do 200 at once. The system will just get completely overwhelmed with it and not know what to do with itself, and they'll all end up failing. Generally around the 150 to 175 mark is when they would fail, if you had that many selected. So we're downloading 101 updates. It'll take a little bit, but the Windows 7 updates will go a little quicker, especially if you do all those at once, instead of doing all different kinds, like .NET and all that at once. So after this batch, I'll do all the rest of the security updates. After I do all that, we'll do the .NETs. So I'll come back when this is maybe either finished downloading or installing or whatever, because I have to go somewhere soon, so I may not be able to record that, but I'll try my best to tell you guys where we're at, so I'll come back in a little bit. You can see it's actually 305.8 megabytes, so I'm gonna let this download. I just said this a couple minutes ago recently, so I'll be back. Hey guys, we're back. This took like a couple hours to install. It says that 98 succeeded and only 3 of them failed, but we'll check that later. So we're just going to reboot. Yeah, this took quite a while because this computer doesn't have the best specs, so it's really slow with 1 gig of RAM. That's like nothing nowadays, which makes sense as to why it went so slow, which it's been going for like 4 hours updating, which is a very long time. So looks like it might take a while to reboot. It'll probably configure updates and take a while for 100 updates, so I'll just come back when it's done. Okay guys, so we're back and it configured the updates. So you can go ahead and see which ones failed to install. It's loading really slow. We're gonna have to do a lot of maintenance to this. So it's loading slowly but surely. Okay. Lots of late startup sound we got there. Looks like some of the security updates have failed. Let's see this first. Yeah, just an error code. We don't need to look at every single one right now. It's kind of hard to. Now we have 119 updates, which now I'm gonna unselect them all. Well, we're gonna let's actually unselect the ones we don't want, like all the .NETs. Well, actually, let's just see what's left. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna hook the mouse to this. It would make it a lot easier. Okay. Except it has to install the driver, so I'll have to wait. We just have to uncheck all of the .NETs and do all the security updates. Then it's kind of hard to do it when the mouse won't even install, which is not good, because this is going to take a lot longer without a driver here for the mouse. I think there's no driver. Well, it says it was unplugged, but it wasn't, so maybe my mouse is dying. Oh, there we go. I think there's something wrong with this mouse, but I can do it a lot quicker. Look at this. Okay. More .NETs. Look, I guess these are fine. This user mode driver framework. And all the updates for Windows 7. Well, we still have one of them. Uncheck that one. And we can check these Windows 7 updates that are optional here. And then these ones, we're gonna hide all the language packs. Why would we need language packs? Hide update. Hide update. I'm trying to hide all of the language packs. Because why do we need these? We don't. There we go. All hidden and 72 updates. So we're gonna install those. Actually, there's more than that. There's 78 updates, and then after this, we'll install all the remaining updates. So I'll come back when these are installed. Well, this finished updating, but I was in the middle of something, so I couldn't really record. But I'm gonna restart it. It says 3 updates weren't needed, but we'll come back and do more updates in just a second, so yeah. Okay guys, it's been a little bit, and it finished probably 5-10 minutes ago, but I was, of course, in the middle of something, so... we're just going to install all of these updates. And I don't know why that one's not selected, but I'm going to select it, and I'm just going to install them all. So, I'm going to let these install, and I'll come back in a little bit. Okay guys, so I forgot to reboot this, so we're going to actually reboot on this. It did the 52 updates. So once it reboots, we'll be able to see what the next updates are after we click check for updates. Okay guys, so we got one update after rebooting, and we're going to install the security update, and we're gonna see what happens, so yeah. Alright guys, so we're going to reboot. I'm not sure how long it took, but I'll be back. Okay guys, so we're back, and we're going to check it again. I know this video is a lot about updates. I don't think I'm gonna just keep recording this. Yeah, it's just another update again. So I'm just gonna come back later. Alright guys, 15 updates. So let's just get these installed. We got some more security updates and for .NET Framework. So I'm going to have these install and just come back. Guys, it's been a while since I've checked this, but it did 15 updates. I know this is too many updates, but I'm going to show you a lot of other stuff as well. I'll just come back later. I'm just going to check it and then record. So guys, I did a lot of updates last night, but today's Patch Tuesday, so Microsoft released more updates. The March 2017 Security Monthly Quality Roll-Up for Windows 7, which this is how they do updates now, and it's 89.0 megabytes, and basically instead of having like 15 updates, they give you like just one. But then these other updates, which this one is just to resolve issues in Windows, which I'm surprised they're releasing updates to resolve issues, because the fact that Windows 7 is actually like not getting those updates anymore. But this looks like an older update, so. And then, no, malicious software removal tool. This could just be an updated version of that, not sure. But we're going to install these, and hopefully after this will be our last batch. I'm just gonna let it install. I'm just gonna tell it to reboot and just come back when all the updates are completed, so I don't bore you guys through this video. So, hey guys, so we're back here, and actually I'm going to show you guys that we got all the updates installed. Where's my mouse though? Here it is. Okay, plug my mouse in here. So you can see I checked, and it installed updates before it was checked. I did the Patch Tuesday updates, as you guys know. So, as you guys can see, there's just so many updates installed. The mouse is kind of messed up, but just so many updates. We're done. So, this Windows 7 computer is fully up to date now, which is very good. I'll even show you guys, but I'll let that checking while I'm doing the rest of the stuff to this computer for this computer adventure video, as my computer's updating actually right now to the next Insider build 15058. Not sure when I'm going to upload this video, but hopefully I'll upload this video when I'm done with this. So we're going to do some final stuff here. One thing I want to do with the personalization is transparency really slows it down, especially because of 1 gig of RAM. So I'm going to turn that off, and I like to change the settings a little just to make it kind of blend more. Like that, I like to make it kind of like a dark blue there. I always like to mess with the settings, so that still looks really cool, and it won't use as much resources either. I'm also going to use that that blue Windows 7 background with the blue windows, but I don't have it handy at this second. It might be on one of my flash drives, but I'm not entirely sure, and my computer's updating, so I can't get it from my computer right this second. So I'm gonna remove this Windows Update Fixer because we already fixed it, and you only need to do it once. I have a copy of it on my USB for if I need to use it for other systems, but I don't need it on this system anymore as this system has been repaired. I'm going to get rid of the media player here because, yeah. We're also going to install like stuff like Google Chrome, CCleaner. We're gonna run like CCleaner and defrag and things like that on here. So that way, to make this computer be like more sped up now and work better. Because you can see it's moving really, really slow right now. In fact, I'm just gonna download CCleaner first. And then after I download CCleaner, I'll run it and I'll run Optimize, which actually is this defragmenter in Windows 7. Oops, I dropped my mouse. Give me 1 second. My bad. Okay. Hold on. Defrag. Well, we're gonna put it on the desktop. Also, disk cleanup. So, there we go. Oh yeah, this, I'll just tell it, yeah, use recommended settings. Oh, I don't want to open that though. Okay, CCleaner. I'll download. Make sure it's from Puriform because that's the official website. So we're going to download CCleaner. You can see this thing is moving like really slow, and that's just because this computer had a lot of updates and it didn't get defragged after all those updates. Once we defrag it and stuff, oh yeah, I need to make sure I re-enable auto update. That is very important. I want this computer to install updates automatically. I'm not gonna set this to 3 in the morning. I'm gonna set this to like 5 p.m. because I think that's what it is on Windows 10 in the active hours. Like 5 p.m.'s like between like 8 in the morning or something to 5 p.m. I'm not exactly sure if that's exactly what it is, but I know 5 p.m. is usually the ending time. And I always have all those settings selected. That way, if I go back to change settings, it's installing updates automatically, which is what we want for when we give this computer back to its owner. We want it to update auto updates. Because updates are very important for security. That's why I always do my updates here. I actually checked for updates right before the build came out and then checked a minute later and it was there, which is funny because it's like they just happened to release a build. Okay, so I'm gonna click yes on that. I thought it went off for a second, but it was just the UAC prompt. We're gonna download and run CCleaner. I'm trying to like find a surface here to put it on so that way this mouse moves quicker, because we could install Chrome through here, which I think I'll do because I trust Puriform, but I'm not going to use Google Toolbar. Because Google Chrome, I actually was going to install anyways, and actually I had to do that before because, believe it or not, in the old Insider builds, Microsoft Edge wouldn't go to google.com, so I had to like search with Bing just to get to CCleaner, and then I had to tell it to install Chrome. So yeah, I wouldn't even go to Google Chrome's website either. It was just so weird because I searched Chrome and clicked it and wouldn't go. So they fixed that though. That's been fixed. That's been fixed a long time ago. So I'm gonna let it install CCleaner and Chrome because Chrome's pretty good. So as you guys can see, it's downloading the files here, and it's also installing Chrome, well not Chrome, CCleaner. I mean, it's gonna install Chrome after CCleaner probably. The internet might be just a little bit slow. This thing is on Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, one thing I also like to do is my preference, I like to put the battery right there and then have it just like this. Because, I don't know, I just like the battery right in the corner, because usually on phones too, the battery's in the very corner. So, I just like it in the corner, I guess. Just a preference, but it's nice for people to like, people just have their own like preferences, so. This is still taking a while. I'm just gonna come back when this is completely done. Oh, it looks like it's almost done actually, so. I just don't want this video to get super long, but my computer adventure videos are usually really long anyways. So I'm gonna run CCleaner here. And I'm gonna get out of this. So we got some icons. I like to put, we'll reorganize these a little bit and put like CCleaner, cleanup, defrag, Chrome, Windows Update. We can fix that later, but that for now, I guess that's fine. So we got Google Chrome. So I'll move it over there. We got CCleaner. So we're gonna run cleaner, click OK. And it's gonna run CCleaner. And it's gonna speed it up a whole lot, which is gonna be good. So we're just gonna let this do this. We'll run the registry cleaner a couple times, because usually after the first try, like after it cleans up registry stuff, it'll actually find more, believe it or not, from those. So you freed up kind of a lot. Also click like don't show this again and click OK, that way it like cleans. So it's running. It looks like my computer's ready. So let it see, it's updated. And it says, hi, we got some updates for your PC. But my computer's on Windows 10 Insider, so I'm gonna run this again. Yeah, that might take several minutes. Looks like it's gonna take a while. So that is where my computer is at the moment. Okay. So that's what's on the registry part now. You always want to run this, and then you want to optimize. And you do that, I mean, you could back up the registry, because I've heard some people say it could mess it up, but I've been using CCleaner for like several years, and I've never once had CCleaner crash my computer. So I just click no, fix all, close. I mean, it's not really necessary unless you're like really like paranoid or whatever, or you just don't want it to crash. I mean, I guess the first time you ever run CCleaner, make a registry backup, but all the other times I would say you don't have to. But because this is a fresh install, it doesn't really matter to me. So I'm just going to like tell it no. Maybe if you had like a lot of files on your computer and it wasn't a fresh install, you could do that. Okay, so it is, I've ran that a couple times. I ran this, and pretty sure we cleaned them all up now. So we're good there. I'm gonna run disk cleanup next. Oh yeah, on that, I don't like to leave that running. So I'm actually gonna go to CCleaner, go to options, go to monitoring, turn both of these off, and click yes, because otherwise CCleaner will run in the background. And if you don't have a lot of RAM, like this computer only has 1 gig, I'd rather it not run in the background. So I'm just going to tell it not to. And even on my computer, even though I have like 12 gigs of RAM, I still don't have CCleaner run in the background. Just because I don't like stuff running in the background when I'm not using it. Because I like disabled everything in my startup on my computer that I possibly could. Because believe it or not, startup stuff actually slows your computer's boot up down. You may not think it does, but it does, because it's trying to start that program right when the computer boots, and it's going to slow it down. You know, just wait till it boots and then start the programs you want to use. If you want to disable startup stuff, on Windows 10, you would go to the task manager down here, right click that and go task manager, and there'll be like a startup folder up here. But this is Windows 7, so you'd have to, I'm going to add the run here. I'm going to go to the properties, customize, because you need the run command. There it is. Apply, okay. you would go to run, you would type nsconfig, just like that. After you do that, you're going to go to the startup tab, or wrong tab, and then you can like disable stuff, but I don't want to disable Intel. There's like 3 of them though, but I'm not sure which ones you need and which ones you don't right now. But if you have any like a bunch of other programs you have installed in here, you can just disable them, because like stuff like Skype, because that really slows your boot up down. I remember on my computer, on my good computer, when I had all these programs starting up, and it slowed my boot up down even though it was a really powerful computer, so it still can slow it down. So after that, I'm going to do clean up system files, because I want to clean up as many files as I can, just because it speeds it up a lot. So we're going to tell it to clean up system files here. You know, I want to get this computer all fixed today so I can give this back to its owner. They haven't used this computer since 2011, but I guess they're going to start using it again. It's nice to get old computers fixed up and working fast. So this may take a minute. So I'm just gonna come back when we get something, which might be like 1 minute, but anyways. Hey guys, it's been a couple minutes, so we're back here, and I'm just going to select everything on this list. And also with these service pack backup files, you don't need them, because trust me, you're not gonna wanna uninstall a service pack, because Windows 7 isn't secure without service pack 1. So I'm just going to delete files, and we're just going to clean up all of those files that we can that we do not need. This hard drive is only like 160 gigabytes. So yeah, and my computer is 256 gigs, and it's already pretty much full. So I can show you guys, it's pretty much full. Well, actually not really. It freed up space when I upgraded the build. That's probably because it deleted the previous build before it updated, I guess. Or, I don't know. It just seems like every time I update the build, it frees up a lot of storage, which is really cool. So, upgrade your guys' Windows 10 build when the Creators Update comes out, and you'll free up a lot of storage, because I did. So this is going to take a while to clean, probably. Not sure how long exactly. This computer may take longer because the specs aren't as good. I'm going to go grab that wallpaper off my computer now that I can and put it on a flash drive. Because after we do all this stuff anyways, we're going to have to put the person's files back on this computer. So I'm going to be back. Okay guys, so that finished. So we're going to now run a defrag, which on this, it says it never ran. It's actually really good to schedule this every day, because if your computer misses a schedule, it won't do it until it's on. Oh wait, may want to change the time. I'm gonna change it to like noon, just cause. I don't know. So we're going to defrag it. And however, if you have like Windows 8 or 10, I think it will maybe do it the next time it's on. But with Windows 7 and older, like Vista, with the auto defrags, it seems to not. But with XP, I don't even think it ever had auto defrag. But basically, this may take time, especially since we did a lot to it. But if you do the defrags very frequently, it actually won't take that long. Like, I usually try to do it like every day, or after I do like a major update, or just if I feel like it's going kind of slow, I'll run a CCleaner, disk cleanup, and defrag or optimize. Because they changed it to optimize in Windows 8, and ever since then it's been called optimize. It's like optimize and defrag, I think. But I'm gonna let this run. After it runs once and it's done, I'm going to like tell it to do it again, like a second time, because then it does it again and does the stuff it couldn't do the first time. I always like to do things twice, just because it picks up the things it didn't get, so it'll run better. So I'll come back when this is done. Okay guys, so we're here. I had it defrag. I put the user's files back. I also made this nice little theme. I called it Blue Windows. I put the, as you know, the personalization there, and I set the background and put it in the pictures folder. But the next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put some antivirus on here. I'm gonna put on just the Microsoft Security Essentials, because I know like Avast would probably use a lot of resources. And Microsoft's gotten better at their antiviruses. So I'm just gonna go Microsoft Security Essentials, there it is. And we're just gonna download that because, I don't think this really has a Windows Defender in 7, but I think it's pretty much the same. Don't go to that, that's an ad and that's probably bad. Go to the Microsoft one, because they try to trick you. They probably do that on purpose so you download a bad one, so don't want to do that. I mean, I don't know if it's bad or not, but I always want to go straight to where the official owner is of the program. Like Microsoft has Security Essentials, so I want to download it from Microsoft, therefore. After we download this, we're going to do more to this computer because I'm trying to get it to be good. Okay, where do I download it? Okay, we're gonna find our language, which is English. So here's English, and we're gonna do 32-bit because it's 32-bit system, Windows 7, English. So it's downloading the file right now, and we're going to run it once it's downloaded. Let's just wait for it, because I don't know why it's taking so long in the last second just to download this. Like, hurry up. And my hand is like shaking, I don't know why. I better hold it with 2 hands. I'll just wait and come back. This is taking way too long. Hey guys, we're back, and it finally downloaded after just a couple minutes. I don't know why it was hanging. So we're going to click yes. We're going to X out of the internet. There's a lot more little things I'm going to do with this laptop. So we're going to click next, of course, and that we accept. We don't want to join that program. Next. Next. And we're going to install. And we're going to let this install because I think this is a nice little lightweight antivirus, and Microsoft has gotten better at their antivirus, especially in Windows 10, because Windows Defender detects a whole lot of stuff, and I haven't really had virus issues. The only times I have was when people disabled Defender and ran viruses, which would make sense because if it's disabled, it can't do anything. So this is just a nice little antivirus. It's saying to even update it. There we go, completing. Scan the computer. Sure, that's fine. It's going to update it. We'll put the icon down here. I just like to keep the icon down there for the antivirus. And this will be at least good that it's got some kind of antivirus on here. So it's downloading, I guess, a definition update here, which is good. So I'm just letting it download, and I'll come back when it's done. Guys, we're back here, and it's actually saying it's gonna do updates for whatever odd reason. So I guess there was updates found, but this, oh, what is it opening help for? I don't want help. I already know what I'm doing. I don't know. No, go away. Why is it opening the internet now? This is gonna slow everything down. Oh, I guess there was an update in here. It's just, oh wow, security update that's really old. Why is it just now showing up? I don't know, I'll let that install. And the next thing we're going to do on this is, since I pretty much got mostly what I want installed, here, let me see, let me get Security Essentials on the desktop here as well. We're gonna go in Chrome, and we're actually going to disable it from starting up because, again, that's going to slow down the boot up process. So let's go there. And we're going to go to the settings. And then you can see it's moving a little slow, but we're gonna make it faster. I'm pretty sure you have to go to advanced. I kind of forgot how to do this because I haven't done it in a while. Let me see if I can find it. It's on here. Yep, continue running background apps when it's closed. Turn that off. And then close it. Let's check where our update is. I guess I'll let this finish and then we're gonna do something else. Okay guys, so it did all the update or whatever the updates that it had, or that one update. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go to CCleaner and we're gonna run the cleaner again and then we're gonna do something in here because you can see this computer is moving really slow and I know a little trick to make it move a little bit quicker because this computer is moving extremely slow. As you can see, it doesn't even want to open, so I'm gonna have to stop the video and come back till it opens. Just a couple seconds later, it finally opens, but it's still moving pretty slow. So we're going to run the cleaner one more time first, then we're gonna do something. Now, we're going to go to the tools and we're going to go to the drive wiper and we're going to wipe the free space on the hard drive. Basically what that does is even when you like delete stuff, it's not actually deleted, it just deletes like where the file is. So the only way to like truly get all those junk files off the system is to wipe the free space. Recommend 3 passes. And before we do this, I probably want to go to power options and tell it to not sleep when it's plugged in. That's not popping up. But afterwards, you got to remember to change the setting back. So after you do this, make sure you change the setting back. And we're going to do more with this computer. So I'm going to tell this to never sleep because I don't know how long it'll take. And we're going to also make sure I'm actually just for temporarily going to change the theme to like classic because this has a screensaver I set on this other one and I don't want any screensavers and as well as I don't want like it having that on there. This would probably make it run better anyways, which is what it had. So we're going to wipe the free space there. And I might just keep it on classic and set the wallpaper back because it might make it run better. So this will take probably a couple hours. It depends on your computer. I'm gonna let this run and I'll come back when this is done, which could be hours from now. So I'll just let this run. Alright guys, so I let that run a while last night and I'm back today to do some more stuff. So what we want to do is I'm going to check the hard drive for errors just to make sure. So I'm going to go to the command prompt because this is a lot easier. You got to run it as administrator and then you're going to type chkdsk/r/f and then you're going to push enter and then it's going to want to schedule it and you're going to push Y and it's going to say yes. Sorry about my dog barking, can't help it, people are here. And then I'm going to reboot and it should check for errors. So anyways, it's shutting down and it should check soon because we want to make sure that there's no errors on this drive since it hasn't been powered up in like probably 5 years. Actually 6 years. This drive hasn't been powered up in 6 years. So I'm gonna have to like mute the part here because there's background noise. Okay, so we don't want to skip it, so let it go. And now it's verifying the files. So this is gonna probably take a couple hours, but it depends on your drive. This drive's only 160 gigs. Shouldn't take that long for this drive, but probably an hour or two. So I'm just gonna let this run and be back in a couple hours. Well, we're back with this computer, and it finished after probably a little over an hour, I think. Is what we're going to do now is we're going to go start all programs, accessories. I think it's system tools, and we're going. Well, maybe it's not there actually. Let me check. I think it may be. It's not. Oh, never mind. I think it's administrator tools, but we don't have that, so I'm going to have to go like this because we're trying to get to the log and it's an event viewer. We have to go. I'm just gonna say display on both the all programs and the start menu. I forgot about that. Start, administrator tools, and then we're gonna go to event viewer here, and I'm gonna show you how to find the log from the check disk to see how it did. So it's gonna take it a second probably to load. There we go. Windows logs. I think it's in application actually. It might be in system, but I think it's an application. So before you make it big, you have to wait, otherwise it will like lag it and freeze it up. Like that one over there. Okay. That one I'm doing something else with though. So I'm just going to see. Okay, it's almost loaded. Just hold on. Hey guys, so I'm back. So we're going, there it is, it's Winit. I'm pretty sure that's it. So you're gonna click here, and then you're just gonna look through the log, and you're going to see what we find here. So you're gonna keep scrolling, and it's just saying, hopefully we'll have 0 kilobytes in bad sectors, which we do, as you guys can see, which means the hard drive is good if there's no bad sectors. So we can just keep going, it finished checking, and we're good. There's no errors. So after that, I'm going to run a little maintenance. We're going to run a disk cleanup, a CCleaner, and a defrag, and then I'll show you what to do from there. We're getting very close to being done with this computer. I might do another free space wipe after the check disk, because I think I usually do it after the check disk. So in that case, I might, just because too, I'm not even sure if it finished right, because within an hour it said it was done, and I'm not sure if it really was done at 3 passes after an hour, so I'm not sure if it worked, but we can always do that again. So I'm going to run the disk cleanup, then run a CCleaner for cleaner, and then do the registry part as well. And then defrag it like twice, and then I'll show you what else I'm going to do, and then I'll probably end up doing the free space wipe again. That actually didn't really find anything. Oh wait, I want to do clean up system files. Okay, wait. Clean up system files again, because I'll show you what we're going to do here with the cleanup thing. So this is gonna take a while to do this. As you can see, it's scanning. So I'll be back. I'm gonna do a time lapse of me doing this. The disk cleanup didn't really find anything, so I'm gonna start a time lapse of me doing all this and fixing this right about now. Alright guys, so this finished a while ago. I did it a couple times. What we're gonna do next is I'm gonna do just a 1 pass on the wipe free space, just to make it a little more snappier. It seems pretty snappy actually though, just doing big operations isn't. So I'm going to tell that to wipe the free space just to make sure it worked completely the first time, just doing it one more time. We'll do a couple more things after that, and then this video will be wrapped up, and I really hope you'll enjoy this, so I will come back in a little bit. Alright guys, so this finished, and it says it did the drive wipe there for the free space, which it ran another one, obviously the one I did, the 1 pass. But next, we're going to make sure, I think it's all the way up to date, but I always like to See, look, because now it says 3 optional updates are available. Silverlight, we'll take. Essentials, we'll take. We'll hide Skype because we don't need that. And I don't know how those updates are optional, like for updating the antivirus. I don't see it. Yeah, I accept. While that updates, I'm gonna leave this on this theme because it'll make it faster. But I'm going to set the background back to that. That way it's got a desktop background there. And then I'm gonna let this do its thing. So, let that update here. Which it is creating a restore point, which I was gonna do that too, was I was gonna create a restore point, but I wanna create one after all of like the updates are all installed. So I'll probably end up dumping all of the old ones and creating a brand new one. That's what I'll probably end up doing, because I always do that before I give it back. That way, somehow they don't like restore it and then undo everything I just did. Because that happened one time and yeah, wasn't fun. So, yeah. And now it's because the computer did it, because the startup repair or something happened. I'm not even sure how. It didn't shut down right or something. Something goofy happened. But I'll come back once I get this fully up to date here. Guys, this is up to date, so we got that going. I don't know what happened to the CCleaner icon. It kind of disappeared. Let's see if it's in here. No, it completely like disappeared, which is really weird. But what? Oh, there it goes. It's fixed itself. Just run CCleaner, disk cleanup, defrag one more time, and then we'll clean out all the old restore points and stuff and make a brand new one. Then I think pretty much after that, our work here is done. The owner can do what they want with this. It's fixed. It's what they wanted. So they should be happy. Because this will go right back to its owner afterwards. So this is going to be good, because now they'll have another computer to put to use that's fully up to date. And that works. So let's see. Running CCleaner here. This video I've had a lot of fun with. Go to the registry, scan for issues. And after this, we can run a disk cleanup. I'm just going to leave it on classic theme and tell them that the other theme is there, but this theme would probably work better. Go to disk cleanup here, because this will use a lot less resources for a computer with 1 gig of RAM. Yeah, it may not look that pretty, but at least it's usable. And it'll make the performance much better, because having like not as much stuff going at once will make it go quicker. So I'm not going to do system files, because last time I did that it didn't really find anything. So I'm just going to do a regular disk cleanup, one more defrag, and we're getting very close. Oh yeah, I may want to check Chrome to see if it has updates, because Patch Tuesday. I can check that while it's running, I guess, because I'm just going to go to the settings in Chrome. I'm not going to actually go to the website. This computer's still not the fastest, because when you run maintenance, like as you're running it, you can't really use the computer while it's running, or it's just really slow. I wonder how long this video is. Probably like an hour, I'm gonna guess. I'm not really sure. I just been making lots of little clips, and my storage is probably running low on my phone. Well, maybe not, because it's 64 gigs, but I'm sure I've used half of it. Maybe more than half of it. Because videos on this use a lot. See how slow it opened Chrome. This computer really just can't keep up. To be honest, if I put a light version of Windows on this, it would run much better. But they wanted to have Windows 7 Ultimate. If I put like Windows 7 Extreme Light or something on here, it would probably run much faster. Checking for updates. Might want to check mine for updates. Oh, it's up to date. Okay. That's good. And we got 0 bytes there, so we don't need to run it. We'll run a defrag. And then the last final step, and then after I shut it off, probably off camera, I'll just clean it with a cloth. Just because I always like to clean all the computers before I give them back so they look nice and new, just to give it that new look. So you guys can see how I fix computers sort of in this video. I plan on maybe making another video about particularly on how to make computers faster. For all those people that have computers and maybe they're moving a little slow and sluggish, I can tell you guys how to fix them. But you can do some of the stuff I did in this video too, like running CCleaner, disk cleanup, disk defragmenter, which is like optimized drives in Windows 10 and 8, which is a good thing to do because it speeds it up. It won't affect your files. It basically moves them on the hard drive, but it keeps them in the same location as it looks. It's just on the drive itself. That way it doesn't have to scatter all through the platter and try to find all this info and all that crazy stuff. Doesn't have to look everywhere for it. It like sort of puts it all in one place. It just doesn't look like it, but it does. So without actually changing the exact location of the file in Windows. So that's pretty cool. Usually things get scattered when you install a bunch of stuff, or do a bunch of stuff, or remove stuff, or do pretty much a lot of big operations, but also lots of little operations all add up. I recommend doing this once a week. I probably do it once every like couple days, just because I use my computer a lot and it helps. Well, actually for me, since I have an SSD, they say you shouldn't defrag an SSD. I do trim. It trims it. Instead of like optimized or defragged, it'll say trimmed instead. So it does something else for SSDs, which you kind of have to do that for SSDs, or they don't run as good or efficient. They're just really slow and don't run well. So this may take a little bit because defragging this computer is actually really slow, even though you just did it. I know it takes forever. So after it's done, I'll be back to show you the final step. Okay, so we're done. It went up to 5 passes. I'm going to show you guys the last step, which is to delete all those older unnecessary restore points, as we don't want to undo all those updates or have them do it. You want to remove them all. So we're going to go to configure. Under, you right click the computer, go to properties, system protection, configure, and in here delete. And it's using 4 gigs. And it's going to say, oh, are you sure you want to delete them? Continue. We want to delete them. We don't want to use those. So it says the restore points were deleted successfully. So I like to move this up to at least 10% of your hard drive. They say that way it'll be able to keep all the shadow copies too and more backups, because chances are you won't have good restore points if you ever need to use them if you don't change this to at least like 10%. Which I'll just leave it at 10%, apply, which I made it 10% because it was like 5, and click OK. Then we're going to create one. I'm going to put all fixed up, working great. You don't need to add the date. It adds the date on these. Date is added on these automatically, so you don't have to add it. And it adds the time too. So we're going to create that. That way if they ever somehow go in here, if something happens when they install something, or if the computer decides to do an auto repair because it got shut down wrong or something, you won't lose all that hard work you did fixing the computer, which is good, because that way they physically can't go back that far to before all those other updates and programs. They can't do it. It's not possible. Which is good, because we wouldn't want that to all be undone. So it's always good to do that. So, yeah, because I heard also in the, when you change the space, you should change it, because also that's how much space it can have in the system volume information folder. And if you don't have if you don't allow very much in it, it stores more stuff than restore points. So there's not a lot of room, therefore you'll only have like 1 or 2 usually if you don't change it, especially if it's a small hard drive and it only has like a couple gigs, because it only takes 5% of whatever your drive is. You should make it 10. Okay, well, it says it was created successfully, so we can close all this. We can X this out, and our work here is done. It looks great. Everything looks all fixed. We can go ahead, shut this down, and it's ready for the owner to use. I can just clean it up a little, like make it look brand new. Like with a cloth, clean it off, clean the front off, and this is going right back to its owner. So I really had a lot of fun making this computer adventure video. Let me know if you guys like these and if you want to see more of these or not. Because I know some people I have messaged me before, and they're like, that some people said they liked these videos a lot, or I heard people mention about it. So let me know if you like these or not. Let me know if you have any video ideas either for new videos of what you guys want to see, because I want to make some stuff that you guys want to see also, which I'm sure most of you guys like what I post, but like just other like suggestions of like other cool things I could do. See, it has taken a little bit to shut down, but sometimes it takes a little bit. So there we go, it's shut off. And it's a nice little laptop because it actually props itself up with the battery. I don't want to show the product key though, but it's kind of like props itself up with the battery. So it's just like a nice little laptop, and the light there when it's plugged in, but I can unplug it and the light goes off. So nice little computer. I'm pretty sure in that other video called Looking at a Little Laptop, it was like this one. I don't know if it was the exact model or not, but it was a laptop that was pretty close to this model, maybe even the exact model, but obviously it's not their computer. It's actually someone else's. It's not that computer from that video. So if you guys are asking if it's that computer from that video, answer is no. And I think that computer had 2 gigs of RAM anyways. Well, not exactly sure. I have to look back at the video. That actually, though, would be pretty funny if it had the same specs. But I'm pretty sure it was 2 gigs. Again, I could be wrong, but I might look back at that video. You guys can look back at it in my videos. It's called A Look at a Little Laptop, I think. I'm pretty sure. Or something similar to it. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, because I love recording these and it was a lot of fun. And thank you guys for everything. And I'll be back on another video. Not sure how long it'll take to edit this, but probably quite a while. But if I work on it a lot, then maybe not so long. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now. And thanks for watching this. If you watched all of it or even part of it, still thank you. And comment down below if you've actually watched the whole thing. Alright, guys, bye-bye for now.